Hello boys and girls, hello everybody. That's me, Robbie from EnglishHarmony.com, and today I'm bringing you another English idiomatic expression. And this time around, it's a proper idiom, which means that you really have to know what it means to be able to understand what the person means by using that particular idiom in a conversation. And namely, today's idiom is, it's not to be sniffed at. And it means that whatever you're talking about is quite good, basically. And it's not to be dismissed as a totally worthless thing, for that matter. Basically, here's an example. You got paid a certain amount of money, and it might seem like a small amount of money, but then you're saying that it's actually not to be sniffed at. And I would gladly accept that money for a certain type of job. For instance, you're ready to do a job for $10. I don't know what it could be, and then you're kind of thinking, it's too little, you know, and then you're realizing that it's actually not to be sniffed at, and even $10 is a worthwhile payment for this relatively easy job you're prepared to do. So basically, even $10 is not to be sniffed at. It means it's not to be dismissed as a complete waste of your time, so you basically have to go for that job and those $10. It's not to be sniffed at. And let me brainstorm another example, because that's what I'm doing. I'm good at what I do. I believe I'm quite good at it, because I have never let myself down in all these videos. I come for these videos unprepared, and I just brainstorm all these examples on the spot. And let me think of another good example involving the idiom, it's not to be sniffed at. And let me tell you that the actual phrase doesn't necessarily have to begin with it's not to be sniffed at. You can replace the bit it with whatever you're talking about, and then you can follow it up with the rest of the sentence. Something is not to be sniffed at. And that something can be money, because all I can think of today is money. Because normally, typically, I would say that on 90% of occasions, when I personally use this phrase, it's about money. Because we often get to talk about certain amounts of money, and that money is too big, that money is too small, and then when someone thinks it's too small and I think it's decent, I'm saying it's not to be sniffed at. And here's an example. My boss offered me $100 to come in and work during the bank holiday. And the bank holiday is a big thing here in Ireland, right? When the bank holiday occurs and everybody is off, well, certain businesses still have to employ their employees, but my industry is off for sure. And then my fellow worker tells me that it's not worth coming into work for $100. Sure, it's better to stay at home and enjoy yourself, right? And then I'm telling him that, listen, even $100 is not to be sniffed at. So in this case, I'm not saying it's not to be sniffed at. I'm just saying that $100 is not to be sniffed at. And I'm quite willing to come into work on that bank holiday. Right? So that was the second example. And let me think of another example. Let me think of something that's not money related. But you know what, guys? I can't honestly come up with something that's not money related, because all I can think of is money being offered and then people refusing or accepting. And in the case of accepting that kind of money, you're saying it's not to be sniffed at. You know, it's not to be sniffed at. Even $5 is money. And if you were given the choice between not taking any money at all and getting the $5 for something, why not? Why not take it? You know, every penny counts, as the old adage goes. So even $5 is not to be sniffed at for sure. As the website Fiverr.com shows us, it's getting popularity hugely lately. And it's becoming one of the biggest websites where you can get all sorts of things done for only $5. Sure enough, people are offering extras to those jobs, and then you have to pay another $5 or $10 on top of the $5 to get something extra done. But the basic job is always done for $5, and the website is just massive, which means that $5 is definitely not to be sniffed at, right? Okay, my friends, I couldn't come up with any examples where there's no money involved, but then again, money plays such a big important role in our lives that I would say that even if you only ever use this phrase when it comes to dealing with money, it'd be still a worthwhile addition to your active English vocabulary. Okay, my friends, make sure to use this phrase in your daily practice sessions, whether you're speaking with yourself or with someone else. And just in case you're looking for a Skype partner to chat with, you may as well just book me as your chat partner, because as of today I'm offering Skype sessions for $9.99 a half an hour, which means 30 minutes. You can buy me, you can book me for 30 minutes for $9.99, which is a good value, and together we're definitely going to improve your spoken English to a much higher level, my friend. Okay, thanks for watching, and talk to you soon again. Bye bye.